Another one?
No. Okay, so apparently that thing was on loop. What's up, everybody? Glad to have you. Let me get this off of the screen here if I can. I don't really know how to do that. Now playing.
You done did it now.
I done did it now. How's everybody doing? Got some homies on the call. Yeah, how do I get that off of here? Oh, not that. Nope. There we go. Wow.
Hey,
Wow. What's up, people? We got a good little crowd on here. Looks like we got Heather's on and Amy's on and Dean is on, etc. And about 7 people that don't want to be named. No
etc.
name. No name. Glad to have you guys. Welcome to VIP After Hours. If this is your first time tuning in, we're from Black Gold Trading. We talk a little bit about our week, what was going on, the market, news events. We typically go over a topic, something related to trading or the Nephilim. So if I haven't met you, Jordan, co-founder over here. Josh.
Hey, I'm Josh.
That was lame. Nate.
What's up, y'all?
So in case you guys don't know, because these guys suck at intros, Josh works on the EAT side of Black Gold, also works on the client, kind of on-ramping, works with clients trying to get them in the right spot. Nate heads up our TAP program, works with kind of the advanced level traders as well. But yeah, man, we're happy to be here. It's been a wild week. Let's talk about that a little bit. Wild West. Let's talk about the week a little bit. Josh, you wanna go first?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, I mean, I like this week. We had a
What?
ton of
Boo.
movement. In my opinion, there were some pretty good trades for us. So I wasn't upset. I did about 4K this week. Passed a couple new props.
Lame.
Stacked up a few, and I mean, it was nice. We didn't have many. I don't think we had any news events this week, aside from maybe like a random tweet or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good week.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
Bet you they're bullish, Nate.
Yeah, so end of the week, just about 2K in profit. So it's been kind of back and forth for me. Um, because for me and my strategy, it kind of does require some movement to be a little bit quick, and it just seems like the movement this week really hasn't been too fast. But I think we're making a lot of progress in TAP, so I'm really excited about that. The government is back up and running, so the money printer is about to go. But
Motorboat? Was that a motorboat?
it's about to go. Brr.
Uh,
So the money printer back up and running. And so hopefully now, yeah, the news events have been sparse just because of the government being shut down. So that's back up and running. So hopefully we start to get some volatility back on the news. But other than it being pretty volatile down here where we are now, after we've basically retraced all the way back down to the OG lows from start of October. So we'll see
Yeah.
where we go from here. But overall, I think a pretty good week.
we did drop a little bit like a rock this week, didn't we?
Sure did, man. Dropped it like it was hot. My week was, I mean, like monetarily, it was fine. I didn't like price action. I mean, like I think people have scenarios or situations that they like more than others. I did not love the price action. I did good. I was up 5K at one point. I ended up about 1K up. Just had some not great trades, but I ended the week in profit, which I'm happy with. And yeah, I think overall, like at least people in EAT, I think should all be profitable. So any week when the entire community can like be above water is a really good week for us. So I'm excited about that. Speaking of the news, like you guys check out next week. Next week's gonna be bumping with news.
Yeah.
I haven't even
Like,
looked yet.
dude, we're making up for lost time.
Yeah, I'm hoping we
Shoot.
finally get some juice going into
It-
next week.
weren't they saying that we're not going to be able to do like the unemployment and like all of that because they're not going to report from October? Did I understand that right?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, we're not going to give you October's inflation rates or unemployment rates because of the Democrats. And the Democrats are like, oh, because of the Republicans, but they're just like going to not do it. It's the only time that the Fed has attempted to make some sort of a decision without any data. So that might be really
Hmm.
interesting
Right.
coming up next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Lame, lame.
What do you
Josh,
think was going to happen? Like if you were to full account up or down, what do you think? Some
just,
you gave me this decision earlier this week.
I mean, well, that was different. We were talking about kicking you between the legs a little bit.
Does that need to be on the line here too?
Well, I mean, like I'd prefer that we don't like. Let's just do that with you, not with me, not with Nate.
Fair enough. Fair
Nate,
enough.
Nate, do you want to play a game called "Kick You in the Nuts If You're Wrong"?
I mean, I don't think I would lose. So it's up to you guys.
Nate's never wrong, so he's safe.
Mm,
Uh,
wow.
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm trying to have more kids, so I'm good.
More?
No.
Yeah, more.
Got a
How many
house
do
full, man.
how many
Yeah,
do you
Josh, how
need?
about you start with one and then you can talk?
Oh, how many do you feel like you need, Nate? Like a
Just one
football
more.
team?
Just
Football
one.
team?
Just
5-man
one more.
football? Boy or
Hmm.
girl?
Ideally a girl.
Just, just keep things even or what?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly why. Just to keep it even, and when it comes to home bedroom situations, you know, like if you have even amount of kids and like two boys, two girls, you can basically get by with a 3 bedroom home for the rest of your life. You never have
Yeah.
to expand beyond that. So you can get a big 3 bedroom home versus like, you add in that fourth bedroom, you're already dumping more money just for that fourth bedroom. So that's
No,
the
man,
goal.
just put them in the basement. That's fine.
It'll be a boy. The Spicker genes are strong. So it'll probably be a boy.
Jeez. Jeez. So yeah,
Yeah.
guys, the Josh, did you say how your week was? You had a good week, right?
Yeah,
Decent
I
week?
said I let
Yeah.
off, man.
I know, but it was so long ago I don't even remember.
Yeah, what are we even talking about?
Kids. Talking about kids. So what do we got coming up, guys? We got
You know what the biohackers say, getting kicked in the balls stimulates testosterone. Sounds like communist propaganda to me.
yeah, that doesn't
Can't
sound
be
right.
true.
There's no way that's true. Well, guys, we're coming into an interesting season, and Josh, I know you mentioned it the other day, like you kind of got started last year around this time.
Hmm.
But it's going to be an interesting situation because we've had the government shut down. We're opening up. We're halfway through November. We got Thanksgiving. We got December around the corner. If you guys don't know, the second half of December is pretty weak. And the very first part of January, like that 15th to the 15th, institution is they just kind of don't hang out. They're kind of taking their yearly breaks and whatnot. So I think we're gonna find that the market's gonna be a little bit wonky. It's been wonky. Who was it? Josh Joel was saying like, man, it seems like you guys are always saying that the market's been weird.
Hmm.
It has been. It has been. Like this has been a weird year. Like from tariffs to new presidency to government shutdowns to stuff in the Asian markets and like that moving around to stuff in the Middle East. Like this has been a weird year for trading. But despite that, I'd say we've done pretty doggone good.
Yeah, and tariffs are
Hmm.
kind of an anomaly. You never know when they're going to happen. They just, and that's just what comes with an election year.
Yeah. But what do you guys thinking as far as like your trading? Are you guys taking any time off here coming up in like December, or are you scaling down business as usual? Like, what are you guys planning on?
For the most part, it'll be business as usual the days that I am trading. I don't let it impact too much of my decision making. That institutions aren't going to be active or as active, anyways. It's just a matter of the days I actually will be trading. Obviously, like you said, there's holidays coming up. I'm not going to try and force myself to sit in front of a computer, take trades if there's other stuff going on because distractions tend to lead to losses. So
What? Yeah,
I know it.
absolutely. Nate, how about you? Business as usual, or are you Scaling down, scaling up.
I think it's there'll be probably some trades very far and few in between, but it's gonna be something that is, or it's gonna be trades that are very strategic, um, and very time based. So I think I think trading in the during the time of 10 to 11, 10 to 12 uh, a.m. Eastern Standard is going to be pretty scarce. And so I think it'll be pretty time based. 7 a.m. I'm sure still 8, maybe like 9 to 9:30. Like there might be some algorithmic reactions around that time. So it'll be very like reaction based on what the markets does, but I doubt we see any big ebbs and swings and flows. Um, unless something newsworthy happens. I doubt we see anything else other than that.
Yeah.
So my honestly, the way that I've always treated the end of the year is basically just as a time to get a bunch of combines passed. So like during
Stack
that
up for the
time,
year.
I'm like really not focused at all on my paid accounts, and I'm primarily focused on just passing as many combines as possible. So I'll stack up, like 5 to 10 combines just to get them passed.
Yeah.
I don't really need that many at this point, so I'll probably try and get, probably just work on a couple of combines, but I doubt there'll be much paid account trading unless, yeah, some anomaly happens.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to remember the other day, last December, and I actually went back on the charts, and it was actually better than I remembered. Like I had remembered it to be like kind of bad, but it actually wasn't that bad. Especially like if your strategy requires not a massive amount of movement, like you're good. Like you're gonna get probably a lot more predictability versus like, like these massive spikes that like blow everyone up. You're gonna get less of that. So I agree with Nate. I think it can be a really good time. If anybody's like worried about it or like, I don't know what December's like, go look at last year. Look at a couple Decembers ago. It's a nice thing about the market, how it is, and futures and whatnot is like we can go do that. I agree. Josh, what we got coming up on Sunday, man?
Sunday,
Sunday.
we are starting another 5-day Eat Challenge. So, for our newer traders or newer folks to our community, anyways, an opportunity to learn our strategy free for a week. Trade live with us every morning of that week, and basically a free mastermind. You're in there with our actual members. You're trading the exact same strategy we are. It's a great opportunity for folks to see, oh, hey, is this something I want to pursue or not? That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. Highly recommend it, guys. If you haven't registered or if you're not familiar with it, definitely go to our website. It's just blackgoldtrading.ai. Not .com, .ai, because we're cool and hip like that.
Cool and hip.
So,
Side
quick.
note, I didn't just have a trade get me an extra 3K going into the weekend. That didn't happen.
Jeez. Here we are trying to, hang out with the homies.
I was in it before this started.
Talk about lack of self control.
Talk
I was
about
in
just
it
lack
before
of
this started.
commitment.
It's fine. More advanced each strategy. Play to bounce off of
Dummy.
each zone.
It's dummy.
Opportunities there.
So I wanna hit a topic today, and we talked about this briefly earlier. How realistic, and we'll probably get three different opinions here, but how realistic is it for somebody to come into, let's just say, our community and pass a prop and get a payout? Like, what's reality? Like, what do you guys think is like probably I don't even know if I'd call it the average amount of time, but like, what should reality look like in our community? What you guys thinking?
Nate, you want to lead off here?
Yeah, I think depending upon your skill set and I want to say that if it were just left up to strategy, it's high, but trading is not as far fetched as it seems. Trading is not. In fact, I would say it's mostly not about your strategy. Like any strategy can work in trading. It's not. It's not like there's some hidden edge, and everyone always talks about an edge. Like you need to have an edge in trading, and it's like to an extent, but I think that the fallacy is that the edge is just purely the strategy. But um, I think that if you do exactly what we say, the probability is high, like 2 weeks, you'll probably pass a combine. But I think that everybody who is in this game also has to pay some dues. I
Yeah.
think you have to do you have to deal with the how your emotions are going to react to the market if you don't have any experience in it. And so give yourself grace where it's needed. Especially if this is an environment that you aren't used to. Um, but I would assume it's probably going to take some time because you're going to have
Yeah.
to work out those emotions, and we're there to kind of guide you through that, so you're not having to kind of like work it all out yourself. Um, but you're also going to have to pay your dues as well. So I would say,
We were talking about a 25K account earlier, and that's 1,500 bucks.
yeah,
With our strategies how they are right now, I think most people are making about 250 bucks a trade if they don't do a runner. When I say runner, like, you can get an extra 50, 100, 200, whatever it might be. You can get an extra 1,000 bucks. But when you think about that, 1,500 bucks to pass the 25K, which I think is the easiest just because of that. Like, I think a couple weeks is realistic. But
yeah,
what I think people forget is it's not just passing it. You need to pass it and create a buffer. That buffer is it's important. It's that's your drawdown. Like you can't just not do that and expect that you're gonna slay it. Like you got to get a little bit of a buffer. So for people coming in that are like, man, I'm gonna make thousands of dollars in like 2 or 3 weeks. I think, how dare you? How dare you? I mean,
yeah,
I kind of think that's kind of an insult to the industry because, like you said, man, there's gonna be dues. I didn't make money in 3 weeks. Neither did the other two guys on this call.
yeah. I didn't make money for like a year.
Now, we've got some different tools now that might maybe would have sped up our process, but I didn't have
Yeah,
black gold.
Hmm.
You know, See what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
no, yeah.
I
You
would
didn't.
I would say it's like
I'm
maybe
almost
like
totally self-taught, so I didn't have any
yeah.
mentors or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think my learning curve was like half the time as you guys as well, because I had you in my corner, someone to bounce some ideas off of, get a little smack in the face whenever I was doing dumb stuff. So, I mean, the more we can build there, the faster and faster I think people are going to be able to accomplish this. But as you said, there's going to be dues, and for the most part, it's going to be the emotional, the psychological side of trading that you're going to be paying those dues with a little bit of side, financial payment. I mean, the last 2 to 4 weeks alone, we've seen people that are brand new to trading, pass a 25K prop. It's not crazy or that hard to do. The hard part is dealing with those emotions when you have that losing day and understanding that you still have that buffer, like Jordan said, on the other side of it, so where you can actually start getting payouts. But
yeah, and what's kind of
it's
cool, Josh, is like because we do this call every day, the morning 8 a.m. trade. We do the call every day, and for the most part, we all take the same trades, right?
mhm,
So we both have a pretty good understanding of where people are at financially and how close they are to passing props. Because if they're just doing what we're doing now, there's a lot of people. Maybe like John had just posted that he just passed one in a couple weeks. There's a lot of people that could potentially even do better than we do, just because I can't right now attend to a runner very long. I can't leave a trade open for 2, 3, 4 hours. Like I've got meetings and whatnot. People have jobs, etc. But there's people that have done even better than we've done. You know, but it's cool because I can say, hey, at minimum, if you guys joined and participated, this is where you are right now,
mhm.
and I'm really stoked to say that like everybody's up, like our entire community's up. which is cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a fool's errand to think that you're going to come in and make all this money here in just a couple weeks. Remember the buffer. Remember that. I mean, how many times have you guys blown an account that you've passed? For me, it's
Quite a
at
few.
least at least 10.
Hmm.
At least 10.
At least.
So just because you pass a combine and like just because like you got that done does not mean that you're not going to blow it, right? So I think people are like, man, I've arrived, and that's where some of that emotion gets into play. It's like, all right, now this is real, and I could make money by Friday, and they start going crazy with it. Well, we all just admitted that we've blown a lot of the ones that are past because it gets in your head. Fools therein, I say.
I started recommending people don't trade it for, a day to a week.
Yeah,
Let the high of the pass go away. Kind of normalize your emotions, especially if it's your first one, and then hop back in. Maybe paper trade for a week. Keep your exact same strategy, your exact same position sizing, and if you prove another week of consistency, another week of discipline there, you've lost nothing by waiting an extra day, an extra
no.
week.
Where to hurry at? Where to hurry at? Yeah, I could. I mean, I try to. I mean, if I passed one on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Wednesday, Thursday, like I'm trading either another prop or demo. You know, like that's just how it is. So these prop firms are required. In case you guys didn't know, they're required to share their data. It's like the something something disclosure of something something. I don't remember what it's called, but almost. Let me rephrase this: the highest amount of failed past props happen in the first week. I think it's like 65% of the ones that are failed in the very first week. So if you want to be better than 65% of the traders out there, just chill out the first week. And like maybe size down or just like don't trade it, or maybe you're way more patient. Maybe you take kind of like the could go either way trades on a different account, and you take the A+ setups on your combine. Does that make sense, people? Make sense, people? What are you guys looking forward to next week?
I walked through mine. Nate, what you got?
Well, next week I'm obviously excited for hopefully some actual volatility really on the days, because I think with the government shutdown, we're seeing just so much volatility at the start of the day, but then the rest of the day is kind of junk.
Yeah,
And so I'm looking forward to seeing like some continuation in volatility. Um, looking forward to, which is not next week, but I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. And I'm also looking forward to, every week in tap, we're getting just a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, where, all of my folks that are in tap right now, I feel like they're on the cusp edge of just really understanding, what we've been going over essentially since the beginning of tap is how liquidity operates, and how they can see liquidity being engineered in the market and how to create, basically identify high probability areas, and obviously how to use that with EAT, so like I can look at EAT this morning and, just based upon the way liquidity operated, see why we ended up breaking down, so like, that's really all liquidity is understanding the why.
yeah.
And I think we're making over like the past week, we've made some huge strides where everybody kind of started off a little bit confused and now they're starting to get it. And so I'm excited about the progress we're seeing in there. We
Why don't
have
you
someone who's just
stop
about to get,
confusing people?
yeah, we have somebody that's just about to get a 5K payout.
Woo!
Their first 5K payout since being in tap.
Oh,
So they're crushing it.
No, 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 no.
we got our leaderboard today, man.
No, 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 no. Nate, say that again.
What?
Say that whole thing again. Yeah, your first member. What?
We have our first member in tap, one of the first members in tap that is just about to get a 5K payout. He's one day away from a 5K payout.
Probably made tap worth it for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
so. Yeah, and
I,
I did ask him about it this morning. Like, what do you think has made it different for you. Um, and the first thing you said was high time frame PD arrays, which is something that we went over, which are premium and discount arrays. Which, if you don't know, I mean, it's a how we look at liquidity. So higher time frame PD arrays, and patience, and understanding how
Oh
liquidity
yeah,
draws in the market. And so I was
hell yeah.
like, heck yeah,
Really quick, I don't know if we gone over in this call what tap actually is.
yes.
Or we
Well, we've
did.
gone over on here before,
I mean today. Give a
not
quick
today.
breakdown, man.
Quick breakdown of tap. So tap is trading advanced protocol. So what kind of makes tap a little bit different from everything else, and it's a program that I manage, is tap is it's a smaller group. I think there's only 6 of us in there right now, and it's kind of what it is in the name. It is advanced trading protocols, and so inside of tap, we're learning very advanced strategies. I shouldn't say strategies, very advanced trading concepts for it's kind of for the person who's been trading for 1 to 3 years, and they're kind of ready to up their rung in terms of trading knowledge and how the market works. Um, and they can understand advanced concepts. And so, week by week, piece by piece, we go through advanced concepts in the market. And at the same time, while we're doing that, we are building upon the eat strategy. And so, looking for ways to create higher probabilities around eat with that as our core strategy. The other thing that's cool about eat is that you have me as essentially your digital risk manager. And so, to join TAP, I mean, first off, it's application only. You can't just join. It's you kind of have to meet that standard. Because again, if you've only been trading for a day, it's going to be super confusing for you. It's something that is a commitment. So it's something where if you're not going to show up to calls, or if you can't make the calls, then it's probably just not worth it. Or like we won't be able to build what we want to build in there. And so application only, it's a commitment. And to join, you have to share your trading account details using Trade Zella, with me so that I can watch your trades. And so I'm able to see everybody in the group. I'm able to see their trades that they take every single day. And I am
Terrifying.
watching.
Hmm.
I am always watching to see what we're
Oh my.
doing.
Always
Well,
watching was out.
well, now it's creepy.
Yeah. And so I'm kind of there as a guide as well, to be able to see everything that's happening on these accounts, to punish where it needs to be punished, and to reward where it needs to be things need to be rewarded as well.
Do people call you? Can
Cool.
people call you daddy?
I'm your daddy.
I know. Do people call you that?
Really quick before we get too sidetracked on that, it is application based. You touched on that, and this is something I get asked pretty frequently throughout the week. Is what qualifies me for tap? Is the main thing you're looking for time in the market? Is it profitability? Is it discipline, consistency? What qualifies someone for tap, man?
Well, I think number one, it's going to be time. It's going to a big aspect of it's going to be like how long have you been trading. So if it's something where you're just getting started out, you don't know anything about strategy. Like this isn't to come in there and necessarily pick up a new strategy or something like that. It's something where we're building upon stuff that we've already learned in there and then getting into things that are deeper. So time number two, which I would say it doesn't have to be a year, but if you've been really deep in for 6 months, that could also work as well. Number two, props passed. That's something that we do ask on the application. Like if you haven't passed a single prop, which again, none of these are like defining factors. But ideally we want, again, the ideal person inside of Tap is somebody who's really focused on building a business around trading and at the same time has already kind of made some strides. Like they've gone up a rung and now they're ready to go up to, kind of moderate trader to expert trader. So if you think about, well, who's a beginner, a moderate, and expert, they're kind of transitioning from moderate to expert to where they can really read the market. And I think, the ability to understand just advanced topics and not let that get you boggled down is going to be another really big one. The ability to be able to kind of absorb information and be able to use that and apply that information is a really big thing. But
Coachability.
we read the details of every application and we ask questions to reveal how you adapt in this environment and what place that you're currently in. So, I would say, yeah, as if if you're not a beginner, you can apply, and then we're going to read the answers that you put in there, and that's what's going to be our determining factor around it. Um, but I would say that's the biggest things that I look for. Like we don't want beginner traders in there. It's going to be too much, and it's going to confuse. And so it's definitely something for more of like the moderate going to expert level.
Agree.
Discernment.
Gotta earn it. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make this as well rounded as we can for people, trying to get them consistency, then provide them with an opportunity to advance. Good. I'm excited about all of it. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on. We always have cool stuff going on. We got a new group coming in on Sunday night, so
Your
that'll
mic's
be a
going in and out, buddy.
way. No way. We had a new group coming in on Sunday night. Excited to work with those guys next week, like Josh said, and then just continue building out, BG10 and like the ecosystems that we have. So I'm good with that. Any final words, gentlemen?
Did you talk about what you're excited for, man, this
I just
upcoming
said it.
week?
I just said it.
That was it?
You just said it.
Okay.
Wow.
Stop trading.
Sorry. I'm not trading. I'm not even looking at a chart right now.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
What is BG10 real quick? Can you give a rundown on that yet? It's a little bit
No
of
way.
a secret project we've been working on. No?
Yeah. I mean, it's becoming less and less of a secret, but it's an ecosystem where we've kind of put together a process for people to kind of build cash flow the way that we think it should be done. So rather than like an algorithm or like a bot, we've put together the whole ecosystem. So from highest ROI to phenomenal ROI to super stable, there's different like kind of risk levels and profiles within it. Um, so it's something that we're launching to. We've had a handful of people that have signed up already. It's something we're launching in our community. Really excited about it. That's where all my money is going to be going.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's really all the details we have for you guys right now.
Cool.
Cool. Well, if no one has anything else, guys, we do this show every Friday. Make sure you guys tune in. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, like the video, all of that. Feel free to share it. If you're not in our Discord, there's a link to join in our bio. Also, a link to join the 5-day free challenge that starts on Sunday evening. So get in there. Hope you guys have a good week, and we'll catch you guys later.
All right, y'all.